So, Borderlands 3 is an action RPG looter shooter that can be played on your own or with friends. And what we're going to do in this video is go through if I believe it's worth playing this game or not. And it's mad to think, like we've not too long ago had the Borderlands movie, and Borderlands 3 has been out for 4 years now. Well, like 4.5 years. There's also been Borderlands 4 teased, so there's going to be more like within the series, the franchise, whatever you want to call it. But Borderlands 3 as a game. When it first launched, I went through and I completed it on console, and the footage you're seeing is on PC because I've bought it on PC quite some time ago now. But this game is pretty decent. I mean, there's a lot that gets in the way of the game being like fantastic and like being an outstanding game. But in terms of the gameplay, you start with basically nothing. You've got like a level 1 pistol, it's grey rarity, it's not that good at all. And then as you make progress, you're leveling up, you're going through the story, you're going to different areas, you're taking down different enemy types. You are going to get a lot of loot in this game. And it's not just your basic pick up an assault rifle, it's going to shoot bullets. You're going to get pistols that are going to fire rockets as well as bullets. You've got different like fire modes within the weapons. And a lot of the characters are really good. However, there are some, like Claptrap for an example, you either love him or you hate him. He's like Marmite. He can be really, really frustrating at times, but other times can be incredibly funny. But overall, most of the characters are very good. You're going to like them no matter what, basically. They've got very good stories, their lines and stuff are well written, and the game is quite a large one with an average completion time for just the main story on its own about 23 hours-ish, going all the way up to around 80 hours for a completionist. And during that time, you're going to have lots of wacky boss fights. Each of the bosses has their own like cutscene and stuff. You've got really, really good introductions to not only the friendly characters, but the enemy characters too. There's going to be action through and through with this game from pretty much the moment you load the game. There's a lot of customization and stuff. You've got full-blown skill trees. You've got vehicles and stuff you can drive around that have like machine guns and rocket launchers and stuff on them. So in terms of the gameplay, it's a very, very good game. And in my opinion, the Borderlands series has always been up there with like the absolute best when it comes to looter shooters. And I don't know if that's just because they chuck a load of loot in your face all the time and it's cool to see all that shiny stuff because you're not having to pay for microtransactions to get hold of loads and loads of loot. And when it comes to the shiny stuff, it's not got a $4.99 price tag on it. But there is one thing that massively lets this game down, and that is the story. The reason for it is because of two characters, and they are the cringiest things in the world. I don't know why Gearbox thought it was a good idea, but they basically took the whole social media influencer and they tried taking the piss out of it, but they did it to the point where it was so over the top, so dramatic, it was complete cringe following those two and their journey, like their story. And these social media influencers are known as the Calypso twins. You've got Tyrene and you've got Troy. And it's every single time you see them come up in the story, which is quite a lot, they will do your head in. Unless you like over-the-top cringy stuff when it comes to social media influencers. So overall, Borderlands 3 is a really, really good package. There's lots and lots of loot, there's loads of action, there's different areas to explore, there's vehicles. It's a very over-the-top game in general. But when it comes to the story, it's the biggest letdown in the entire series. And it's purely because of the two antagonists, Tyrene and Troy. They are so cringy, they are so over the top, it's just like basically, let's skip all the cutscenes because it's a better experience. This is not a story I would recommend following. I would just play through the game, level up, get your loot and stuff, sort out all your skill trees and just have fun that way, because the story is just going to drag down that fun factor in the experience. So overall, to answer the question, is it worth playing Borderlands 3? Absolutely 100% if you are playing for the loot side of it, for the action and the fun and things like that. If you're going for a story-based game, stay well away from Borderlands 3. But the best thing about it is right now on Steam, you can get this game for 90% off. Borderlands 3 is going to cost you a whole £5. And it's on sale quite often. Being a 4-year-old game, typically older games are on sale really often. So if it was full price 50 quid this day and age, I would steer clear of it. But when it's on sale and it's 90% off, it's going to cost you £5, I would say it's actually silly to not pick this game up. You're going to get hours and hours worth of fun out of it, providing you're ignoring the story and the cringy characters. So ultimately, yes, it is worth playing Borderlands 3 in my opinion. And what we are going to do is leave that video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff about this game in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.